Good day, everyone. My name is Steve Koleno, and these are confidential remarks. A lot of people say the market is broken. I don't believe that's true. What actually happened is the market became more honest. For years, systems rewarded people for being busy instead of being valuable. If someone answered enough calls, closed enough transactions, or stayed active long enough, they survived. But technology changed that. Consumers now have access to information instantly. They can compare services, read reviews, research pricing, and make decisions faster than ever before. That means average performance can no longer hide. This isn't elimination, it's evolution. The professionals who truly create value are becoming more important, not less important. For a long time, the system rewarded volume over competence. In simple terms, it rewarded the busiest people instead of the best people. The loophole was this: if someone stayed constantly active, they could still succeed even if the experience for the customer wasn't great. And over time, that became normal. The problem is that consumers eventually notice when advice feels generic, rushed, or transactional. When incentives are focused only on speed and quantity, quality starts to disappear. The real failure wasn't the consumer. The real failure was an industry structure that protected average performance for decades. And now, technology and transparency are exposing that reality. Technology did not destroy the professional. It exposed the difference between professionals and pretenders. Every ignored message, every missed follow-up, every weak excuse, and every poor experience is now visible. Consumers can leave reviews instantly. They can compare agents instantly. They can share experiences publicly. For years, average performance could stay hidden because information moves slowly. Now it moves instantly. That means accountability has finally arrived. And honestly, that's a good thing. Because when accountability increases, real expertise becomes easier to recognize. One of the biggest misunderstandings in this industry is the belief that consumers rejected agents entirely. They didn't. What consumers rejected was paying for something that didn't create results. They rejected automatic commissions without accountability. They rejected weak guidance. They rejected service that felt entitled instead of earned. But consumers still value expertise. They still want confidence during stressful decisions. They still want someone calm and skilled when the stakes are high. The difference is this: people now expect the fee to match the value delivered, and honestly, that's a fair expectation. This slide represents what I call the Merciless Filter. At the top, you see a massive number of busy but average performers. Then technology and rising consumer expectations begin narrowing the field. Simple tasks become automated. Basic information becomes free. Routine transactions become digital, and what remains are two groups. First, digital automation handles low complexity tasks. Second, truly skilled advisors remain valuable because they solve difficult problems, reduce risk, and create outcomes people cannot easily achieve alone. So the industry isn't dying, it's filtering. And the people who survive this filter will be the ones who genuinely earn trust and create measurable value. The future is becoming very clear. There are now two lanes. The first lane is self-service. Simple transactions, informed buyers, and low-risk decisions are increasingly handled through digital platforms. And honestly, that makes sense. If the process is straightforward, people often prefer speed and convenience. But the second lane is very different. High-stakes situations still require human expertise. Complex negotiations, emotional decisions, financial pressure, and major life transitions require judgment, strategy, and experience. So the future does not require more average advisors. It requires fewer but significantly better advisors. Today, consumers ask one important question: is this transaction simple, or does it carry real consequences? If it's simple, they go digital. But if the decision affects their finances, stress level, family situation, or future outcome, they want something different. They want a decision partner, not a salesperson, not a door opener, not someone reading scripts. They want someone who helps them avoid mistakes, think clearly under pressure, and achieve better results. That's the shift happening right now. A decision partner operates at a completely different level. First, they are trusted before they even enter the room. That trust comes from competence, consistency, and reputation. Second, they are outcome driven. Their focus is not activity for the sake of activity. Their focus is results. And third, they stay relentlessly sharp. Markets change. Technology changes. Consumer behavior changes. That means expertise cannot become static. The professionals who thrive in the future will be lifelong learners who constantly improve their skills and judgment. The baseline has changed permanently. Consumers now have more options, more information, and more control than ever before. That means low-value service can no longer hide behind industry traditions. Licensing alone is no longer enough. Consumers expect demonstrated competence. They expect communication. They expect accountability, and every interaction leaves a record. The important thing to understand is this. The reset happening right now removes entitlement, but it rewards excellence. It raises the floor and sharpens the ceiling. Consumers now evaluate value through three major questions. First, did the advisor help achieve a better result than the client could have achieved alone? Second, did the advisor reduce risk, stress, or costly mistakes? And third, did the advisor save meaningful time and make the process smoother? When all three happen together, the fee feels justified. But if even one of these areas is weak, consumers begin questioning the value. That is the new standard. This simplifies the entire conversation into one equation. Value equals price achieved multiplied by risk removed, multiplied by time respected. And here's the important part. If any one of those equals 0, the total value collapses. If you save someone money but create stress and confusion, the experience feels weak. If you are friendly but fail to improve the outcome, the value feels weak. Compensation must follow outcomes. And if we cannot confidently say yes to all three parts of this equation, then the fee deserves a serious conversation. The market is not punishing great professionals. It is finally rewarding them. Entitlement is leaving. Excellence is staying. And while this transition feels uncomfortable for some people, it creates enormous opportunity for those willing to adapt, improve, and lead. The filter is not the enemy. The filter is what separates real value from empty activity. And the people who embrace accountability, expertise, and outcomes will become more trusted than ever before. This has been Confidential Remarks.